Hey JorRaptor, you reviewed Splatoon for IGN Benelux. I'm gonna ask you everything about the game, but first, can you describe Splatoon in one sentence?
Yeah, it's super fun, but it was released too soon.
Ooh, interesting. So Splatoon is the first new big Nintendo IP that doesn't involve Mario, Kirby and the like. Does it still feel like a Nintendo game though?
Yeah, it absolutely does, in good and in bad ways. For example, when you hit a boss, you have to hit him 3 times before it dies. And there are collectibles that you can find in the small levels, where you, by the way, navigate through Mario Galaxy style jumping stars. And also the gameplay is just very solid. Of course we can expect that from Nintendo. I've never played a third-person shooter. I was focusing more on shooting on the ground than killing enemies. It's just really refreshing. This game is not about the kills, it's about the amount of color paint in the level. So the team that has the most color, painted the most in the level wins. Of course killing other players helps, because then they can shoot for a couple of seconds, but still the focus is really different. Also the match are very quick, 3 minutes, and it's filled with action, because when you die you can launch yourself to your teammate by touching the gamepad screen. It's really awesome. You can also travel really fast in Inkfish form. This way you can also regenerate your ammo. It's just an interesting way of reloading, but more cool is that you can only swim as an Inkfish in your own paint. So you have to shoot on the ground to create a way for you to swim, to escape, for example, for an enemy, or maybe surprise them by coming behind them. It also makes for awesome boss fights.
Yeah, the game has a single player too. We will focus on the multiplayer later. For now, how is this single player? How long is it, for example?
To answer your second question first, it's like 6 to 7 hours, but it's really fun. Of course, Splatoon is more a multiplayer game, but ignoring the single player would be a great mistake. Okay, it's not that difficult, and that's where one of the bad things from Nintendo games come in, that you can't set the difficulty, which is common in games like Pokemon and Mario. So you can beat every level very easily, and only the last boss will take some time. It's a big difficulty spike, it's really weird, but that makes that boss more memorable though, and it adds a lot of stages, and it's just overall pretty cool looking. Anyway, other single player levels are just super diverse. Nintendo really shows that it knows a lot of ways to use the Splatoon gameplay. Every level there's a new element, and later they combine it. It's super smart puzzling, platforming, shooting. For example, there's a sponge, and that grows when you shoot at it, but it will get smaller when enemies hit it. So you have to kill those enemies first. And there are also invincible bridges that only appear if you shoot paint on it. Stuff like that. It's really smart. Also, if you complete the single player, you get some really nice multiplayer gear. So really spend your time there, it's awesome.
Okay, so there's gear. Can you tell me more about that? Every multiplayer game has a progression nowadays, so what's it like in Splatoon?
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm a person that really likes seeing bars fill and getting coins after matches, so you get that in Splatoon. Coins you can spend on stores for weapons, stuff like that, and with level you unlock new weapons that you can then buy. But I'm not a real big fan of the gear system in Splatoon. Every gear piece, there are 3 in the game: shoes, shirts and headgear, has perks. It starts with 1, and then at a higher level you open up more slots, but the perks will be random. So for example, you got an awesome headphones with movement speed, the first perk you see, and then after that you have to gain 2000 XP for the next perk, 6000 for the third perk, and it continues that way. But the perk you get will be random. So you see like a slot machine and whoop, and you get, for example, that you launch faster. When you die, you touch the gamepad to go to a teammate, and that process is faster. Well, it's not very useful, but yeah, that makes the headphone just useless, because it has that perk. But you also want the movement speed. This way, it just sucks. This way it makes it really hard to get a great loadout you want.
Oh yeah, that sucks. How about the weapons?
Yeah, those are really awesome and require different playstyles. The best example is the roller. All the other Splatoon weapons are ranged, but this roller is melee. And every one you roll over is instantly dead. And it's also very effective for fast painting. You just have a large range, so yeah, you paint stuff really fast. But it's hard to get to high places, and you're also an easy target target for gun-wielding opponents. So if they're just a little bit too far, they kill you before you even get to them. For different guns, you can expect, for example, a sniper. So with a sniper, you want to get to high places and try to snipe people. And there are also a lot of different machine guns that shoot really fast. These are more balanced, so that means that it's just easy to paint and also easy to kill people. Every weapon also has a secondary skill, so that makes every weapon also different. You can choose that secondary skill, but yeah, I think that's because of the balance. So expect grenades, or I just have a robot that goes to the first person it sees and explodes. It's really useful. You also have supers, every weapon has one, and you build that by painting the level. This can be airstrikes or temporary shields.
Sounds awesome, but still, you were saying at the beginning of the video that the game released too soon. What do you mean by that?
There's just not enough content to keep players interested for a long time. There are only 5 maps, 2 modes, and one only unlocks at level 10, which means that for the first couple of hours you're just playing the same mode over and over again. Also, if you want to team up with friends, well, forget it, it's horrible. There's no team matchmaking, so you can join your friends, but there's still a big chance that you're not in the same team because it's random. It also happens that you can join your friend because there are already 7 other players found. You can only join friends when they are searching for a match. And then you have to wait 3 minutes for your friend to be done with the match. It's very clunky. Good news though, party matchmaking and custom games are coming in August, and new maps and modes are also expected, new weapons. But that means that the game right now is just not done yet. All those features that I just listed should be in the game right now. Okay, it's not full priced, but still, now you have like just a bad experience playing with your friends. It's a multiplayer game. You want to play with other people. So I think that it's because that Nintendo does not really have games right now. They released Mario Party, the new Mario Party, Kirby, Rainbow Curse. That's about it for the Wii U system. So they really need a big title, and Splatoon is that title, but they should have waited till August because the game is not ready yet. You can play it, it's fun, but it's just not feature complete. There's just not enough content to keep you busy, and I don't know if I think it will mean that Splatoon will just die an easy death. And in August, when the new content is released, not everyone will come back, or not everyone will be interested in Splatoon, because also other games for Wii U will be hitting, and just everyone seems to forget about it. A game only launches one time, and that's a big thing. And if it launches like this, it's just bad. It's a shame. I really hope that Splatoon will get a new entry later on new Nintendo hardware, and developers get more time to complete all the features, more maps, more modes, to make it more interesting. I just look at this like a Smash Brothers for Nintendo 64. Also had like a couple of characters, a couple of maps, still more than in this game, but still, I really hope that Splatoon gets a second chance, because like I said, it's a really awesome game, awesome to play, but there's just not a lot of stuff to do.
So your conclusion is that Splatoon has really great unique gameplay that really shines in the too easy but diverse single player. It has awesome different weapons, but because it just has 2 modes, 5 maps, online issues when you want to play with friends, and an irritating perk system, it just does not reach its fullest potential.
Yeah, that really sums it up great. Just if you want a new experience on your Wii U, curious what Nintendo does with a new IP, really check Splatoon out, but keep in mind that it's just not a finished product. Single player is cool though, will keep you busy for quite a while, but then you have to go to the multiplayer, and it's fun, but there's not a lot of meat to the bones.
Thanks, JorRaptor. Any closing comments?
Yeah, like the video if you did, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel for more awesome gaming videos. Let me know what you think of Splatoon. Are you eager to buy it, or Are you just interested in it? What did you think of this video? Please let me know, I'm really curious. Also, you can find me on social media, I'm almost everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. Check it out, I got a big announcement coming up. Teasing that for quite a while now. Also, tomorrow will be an awesome news story I got for you here. And I will see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you for the interview, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Awesome.
Goodbye.